Hey guys, it's Final Flash. So I wanted to weigh in on a few things regarding the quarterback rivalry in the NFC East, specifically particularly between Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz. And I also wanted to bring up something about a certain statistic that I think is kind of overrated. Ever since these two got drafted, people have been debating over which one is better. And over the years, while I do think Wentz is better, I just don't care about it as much. Certainly not as most Cowboys fans seem to. But let's be honest, most Cowboys fans who were born in the mid 90s talk about this debate the most, and it's probably just a big band aid to make them feel better about themselves. To forget that, we've won a Super Bowl in the past 25 years, and those young fans haven't seen that yet. But ultimately, the thing is, I have seen the Eagles go through Michael Vick, Nick Foles, Sam Bradford, toss in Mark Sanchez in there too, here and there, Carson Wentz, back to Nick Foles, to Carson Wentz, back to Nick Foles, and then Carson Wentz. So even if the Wentz era doesn't work out, it's not really gonna bother me immensely. I want him to be successful and win himself a Super Bowl, of course, but I've been through a carousel of quarterbacks already, so even if this doesn't work out, it isn't going to be ridiculously discouraging. Another quarterback era rolling around isn't going to be the end of the world, so to speak. And it would seem that Cowboys fans really got a lot more to lose with Dak because he still hasn't been paid yet. I also wanted to bring this up because of, well, the infamous Jalen Hurts pick. It really doesn't bother me that much if Hurts is used well in sort of like a Taysom Hill sort of way. If he helps the team win, so be it. I didn't like the pick at all. I hated it. I wanted an offensive lineman. I would have much rather signed Joe Flacco as a backup instead of some gadget player. But here we are now. And another quick thing I wanted to bring up is that the game-winning drive statistic is kind of overrated. That's been brought up a lot in the Wentz era. And while I like seeing game-winning drives and fourth quarter comebacks getting added to a quarterback's resume, the thing is, there's a lot of different variables that can count as a game-winning drive. If you are driving down the field at the end of the third quarter, and then it hits the fourth quarter, and you're already in the red zone, and then in the beginning of the fourth quarter, you score a touchdown. That counts as a game-winning drive. If the game is tied, that is. And it doesn't matter if your team pulls away and scores like two more touchdowns, and it's 35-14 victory, that still counts as a game-winning drive because you took the lead in the fourth quarter. Take Tom Brady, for example. He obviously did not have a game-winning drive against us in Super Bowl 52, but he threw for over 500 yards. But in the following Super Bowl, it was tied 3-3. But in the fourth quarter, he had that deep pass to Gronkowski and then handed the ball off to Sonny Michel. And that counted as a game-winning drive, even though his numbers were terrible compared to how he played in Super Bowl 52. You see where I'm kind of getting at? Carson Wentz against the Packers last year. The game was tied at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and he handed the ball off to Jordan Howard, I think twice. Didn't have to pass the ball at all, but it still counted as a game-winning drive because it led to a touchdown, and we never gave up the lead from there. So, in the long run, well, game-winning drives and fourth quarter comebacks are really good to have, there is sort of a catch to it. And because of that, in my opinion, it's kind of an overrated stat. But hopefully everything goes well in the NFL season. Baseball had a little bit of a scare there with their cases of COVID, but things are picking up pretty well right now. Hopefully the Phillies can win this series against the Marlins, because they got some tough matchups coming up soon. Yeah, sports is back, and hope everything goes well. Final Flash out.